Hi, Mark. My name is Paul Smith, and I'm the Executive Director of the Canadian Association of Career Educators and Employers, or CACEE. Recently, the federal government passed legislation that amended the Canada Labour Code. The amendments were intended to provide workplace protection for interns, which they do in areas related to minimum wage and workplace safety. But the amendments also laid out criteria under which unpaid internships would now be legal in federally regulated industries. What is your position on the amendments? Should the federal government be allowing the practice of unpaid non-academic internships?
Well, that's a very good question, Paul. And in fact, about a week ago, I met with a group here in Quebec called Force Jeunesse. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they've been around for over 20 years. And that was one of the two issues that they brought up, the status of interns. Under the Canada Labour Code is pretty quiet on it. There isn't really much there. And the other issue that they brought up was that some young people being hired today, and in my case they're talking about federally regulated organizations like banks and airlines and what have you, that some of the young people being hired today are being hired under different conditions in terms of salary, in terms of insurance benefit packages for health, for example, than those who are already in the system. And they were asking whether the Liberal Party was open to looking at the Canada Labour Code, possibly amending it, and in the case of interns, having something in there so that some degree of protection and rights are provided to interns who don't have the same the situation as non-interns. So we said we were open to it. We were asking for some statistical data to show what the situation is, and they've undertaken to come back to us. But I've spoken to my colleagues about it, and we're open to examining the Canada Labour Code to make sure that we're not discriminating in a situation where Canada shouldn't discriminate. And of course, in my case, because I'm a federal politician, we're only talking about the federal work sector, because we can't have jurisdiction over others. So we're open to it, and we think it is important so that, because many interns do work hard and provide a very good service, and yet they don't get the same benefits.